Good afternoon and welcome to the Kappa Induction for Sigma Theta Tau International Honor Society of Nursing. My name is Janice Agazio. I'm the president of the chapter, and we're really delighted that you're going to be part of this occasion for us. I want to welcome the candidates for induction and once again add my congratulations. We met with them just recently for a luncheon and got a chance to interact with them ahead of time, and they're a delightful group of people. So welcome again and welcome to the inductees and congratulations. We're here to celebrate your achievements. This afternoon we're privileged to induct you into the world's only nursing honor society. I'd like to start with our invocation if we could, and let us pray. Dear Lord, please be with us today as we honor these inductees into the Honor Society and celebrate their achievements. Please be with them as they start their nursing careers and be with their hands for caring and for healing. Amen. Now I'd like to introduce some of the folks that are on our board for Kappa. First, I'd like to introduce Dean Patricia McMullen, who is also our faculty advisor. I'd also like to introduce our Kappa officers and board members. As I said, I'm Janice Agazio, I'm the president. Sandra O'Brien is our president-elect. Janet Merritt is our vice president. Kathleen Noel is secretary. Petra Goodman, treasurer. Nancy Stephan is the ICU nurse and working today, and she's our chair of our governance committee. Janet Gehring is our leadership succession committee chair, also known as nominations committee. Kathleen Shannon is our research committee chair, and Sami Al-Hamadi is our chair of our communications committee and taking pictures and video today for us. And now I'd like to bring up Kathleen Noel, who's going to guide us through some of our ceremony.
Welcome again, and you are among a distinguished group of nursing students and professionals who have met and exceeded rigorous standards and have demonstrated the ideal qualities of a leader and a scholar. You truly deserve our congratulations. Members are clinicians, researchers, consultants, administrators, and educators. We are joining a community of clinicians, as I said, administrators, research, educators, health policy analysts. We hope you join with them to embody leadership, excellence, scholarship in the profession of nursing.
And I am the other Kathleen. I am Kathleen Shannon, chair of the research committee, and congratulations. I'd like to speak a little bit about the history of Sigma Theta Tau. Sigma Theta Tau was founded in 1992, and it began with 1 chapter and 6 members. Today, there are over 125,000 active members in 480 chapters around the globe. And so here at Catholic, we're very privileged. We are the Kappa chapter. So as the alphabetic procedure goes, each chapter is added on, and so Kappa was one of the very earliest chapters. So you are in an august group of people. Over the course of the organization's history, the society has achieved many milestones and firsts in the nursing profession. First, nursing research grants. First, scholarly nursing journal with the Journal of Nursing Scholarship. First philanthropic campaign and resultant Center for Nursing Scholarship. First electronic library of nursing research and knowledge. First to embrace membership and chapters outside of the United States. First knowledge synthesis and international peer-reviewed evidence-based practice journal. And to continue, I'd like to introduce the president-elect, Dr. Sandra O'Brien.
So I'll tell you a little bit about the fact that Sigma Theta Tau is a community of global nurses. So it's not just restricted to the United States, but we're around the world. The Honor Society influences and changes the health of people by engaging nurses around the globe. So it isn't just a group to join. We're involved with the healthcare of people around the world. I hope someday you'll be able to attend one of the excellent Sigma Theta Tau International conferences. This year, there's a research meeting in Hong Kong. You'll meet nurses from around the globe. There's a powerhouse of intellectual energy when people come together like that. Imagine what we could do globally if collectively and individually we develop, create, use, and apply all that knowledge for the greater good of people's well-being. So, I don't know how many of you know Greek alphabet, but I'm going to point right up here to the 3 letters that comprise sigma, theta, tau. The first one is sigma, then theta, then tau. And they symbolize 3 important words, especially in the world of nursing: love, honor, and courage. Our founders chose the Honor Society name for the words in the Greek language, love, courage, and honor. They believed these to be enduring values that are the root of the nursing profession, a foundation upon which the art and science grows and is used. Now I'll talk about the crest and the key. You can see them up here. They'll be on the certificates that you're going to receive, and you can see them right here on the table. So the first thing that's within the circle is called our crest, and it symbolizes other important enduring values, reminding us of our commitment to wisdom and discernment, as represented by the eye, and you might have to come up a little bit closely. Service, professional endeavor, and strength of leadership, as represented by the pillars of stone on the right and the left, and knowledge represented by the lamp. The key, you'll see most of the officers are wearing a pin. We call that the key. And it reminds us of our charge to uphold love, courage, and honor. And it is a symbol of scholarship. The cup denotes the satisfaction of personal life. The circle of gold with its 6 stars represent our 6 founders. And the Greek letters sigma, theta, tau represent our charge. The lamp, of course, is the lamp of knowledge. Hopefully you'll purchase one, as most of us do, and you'll remember that it symbolizes your nursing excellence. So we're founded to advance those values that we just described. Those enduring values come alive today through our collective pursuit of knowledge, leadership, and service. Sigma Theta Tau is committed to building a global community which is focused on the creation and application of knowledge, leadership, and in order to make a difference for others. The Society values the diversity of nurses around the world and works to enable relationships, collaborations, and partnerships. So it's my honor now to invite Dean Dr. Patrick McMullen up, who will introduce our keynote speaker this afternoon.
I don't think I'm going to need this. The dead can hear me. If you go to law school, you learn how to emote, that's for sure. I wanted to tell you a little bit about Kappa chapter and also about Sigma Theta Tau as an introduction, and then it'll be my privilege to introduce Dr. Ken Miller. So let me tell you a little bit about this. As you're going to learn this afternoon, Sigma Theta Tau is the 2nd largest nursing organization throughout the world. And actually, that slide is a little bit outdated because right now there are over 400,000 members in virtually every country in the world that are members of Sigma Theta Tau. It was founded in 1922 by 6 students from the Indiana Training School, and each of those individuals made their mark in both big and small ways. So I thought I'd give you a little sense about those individuals. Mary Toll Wright served as a nurse for about 30 years. Over the course of her career, she was a hospital nurse, a volunteer for the Red Cross, an executive for the Arkansas State Nurses Association, and she also served on the Arkansas Board of Nursing. Edith Moore Copeland began her nursing career at Merritt Hospital in California. She then transitioned into an internal medicine practice and worked with 3 internists in Oakland, California. Not one to sit still, during her retirement years, she traveled the globe as a volunteer for the Peace Corps. Marie Happensteel Lingman relocated from Indiana to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, following her graduation from nursing school. I can particularly identify with her because she had a long career as an obstetrical nurse, being the head nurse in an OB unit for over 35 years. Eventually, after her retirement, she served as an office nurse for 2 physicians. Dorothy Adams similarly had a long career in nursing and worked as a pediatric supervisor and eventually became the director of nursing at Methodist Hospital in Princeton, Indiana. Elizabeth Russell Bedford distinguished herself not only as a nurse but as a tireless advocate for the underserved. During her years as a nurse, she worked on a medical unit and was the night supervisor at St. Louis Children's Hospital. Her community activities included membership on the San Diego Neighborhood House Board, the Francis W. Parker School, the Children's Home, and the Dodson Home for the Aged. Elizabeth McWilliams Miller worked as a public health nurse in Indiana and also was a public health nurse here in Washington, D.C. She later relocated to Miami, Florida, where she was a field researcher for original studies that looked at cost containment in healthcare. She was honored in 1988 as a distinguished lecturer by Sigma Theta Tau. Finally, these 6 students' faculty advisor was Ethel Palmer Clark. Ms. Clark was born in Devon County, England, and relocated to the U.S. at the age of 16. She was a graduate from my alma mater, the University of Maryland School of Nursing, and she went on to get advanced degree at the Teachers College at Columbia University. She was a student's director and was instrumental to the founding of Sigma Theta Tau. Now let's kind of move our focus inward and talk a little bit about Catholic University, where you are graduating from. We are Kappa chapter. We are one of the original 10 chapters of Sigma Theta Tau, which means that we have a long and distinguished history of scholarship. This year was no exception. We received a prestigious Key Award. Every year, nationally and internationally, Sigma Theta Tau honors distinguished chapters by awarding them a Key Award, and this year we received a Key Award, again, for our 6th time in our history, which is pretty amazing. Our school has left a huge footprint on nursing and healthcare, not only in America, but around the world. We have more U.S. Army Nursing Corps chiefs who have graduated from CUA than any other school in the nation. A number of our members serve as deans of schools of nursing, program directors, nursing researchers, nursing educators, directors of healthcare systems, acute care nurses, nurse practitioners, nurse anesthetists, clinical nurse specialists, and health policy experts. To say that those of you who are being inducted today are following a long tradition of experts would not be an understatement. As I told your sophomore and junior year classmates, an education at CUA improves your standard of giving. And you have most certainly worked tirelessly to ensure that those for whom you care receive nursing care that's firmly grounded on the best clinical evidence and is tempered with that special combination of high tech and high touch. I'm certain each of you will leave your own mark and will work to advance our profession in profound ways. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome you into Kappa chapter. Now it's my distinct honor to introduce our keynote speaker, and that is our Associate Dean, Dr. Ken Miller. Dr. Miller is, I don't know where I would start with his CV. He holds graduate degrees. He is a certified family nurse practitioner. He is currently the president of the American Association of Nurse Practitioners, which is the largest nurse practitioner organization throughout the world. And we are most fortunate to have Dr. Miller share his words of wisdom with us today.
Thank you, Dean McMullen. First of all, I want to welcome the family, friends, and inductees, as well as the faculty, to this ceremony. Today marks the first, but certainly not the last, of the honors that many of you will receive during your nursing career. You've been selected for this honor because you have demonstrated excellence in scholarship. Your selection for this honor follows a time-honored process by which local chapters of Sigma Theta Tau identify those students who have evinced scholarship excellence and nursing leaders who have made a significant contribution to the profession of nursing and are invited to join this National Honor Society. For students, it is based on your grade point average, commitment to service, and leadership ability. For nursing leaders, you have been recognized for your excellence in nursing practice. Yet, while this may seem to be a dichotomy between scholarship and nursing practice, nothing could be further from the truth. The pillars of scholarship and practice build on one another. Today, we recognize the students who have earned the right and the privilege to be inducted into this society. The right is not to be taken lightly. This is not a one-time ceremony where you receive your pin and a certificate identifying you as a member of Sigma Theta Tau, and during which you receive the accolades of your faculty, family, and friends. But rather, it is the beginning of a lifelong process. As members of this society, you'll be asked to share your abilities and leadership skills, not only with Sigma Theta Tau, but also with many other national nursing organizations based on your clinical specialty. In essence, you are the brain trust for the future of nursing. Many of us who have been involved at the national level for decades are looking for new and younger members who can take our place on national committees and who will help guide nursing as it begins its long trek into the future. You are being inducted at a time when healthcare is at a breaking point in this country. We have many citizens who need healthcare, but we simply don't have the personnel to meet the needs of all those requiring care. The Affordable Care Act is enrolling millions of patients into primary care, and yet our primary care workforce is not prepared to deal with this massive number. Despite the fact that schools of nursing have increased the numbers of admissions into their programs, we frequently don't have the faculty or the clinical sites to meet this challenge. And this is where you come into the picture. Many of you, as you finish your educational program and become licensed as registered nurses, will go into hospital settings. Some of you will go and work in clinics, and others will continue their education and go on for graduate degrees in both clinical and research arenas. Regardless of which trajectory or specialty that you choose, you will have the opportunity to make a difference. As clinicians, you will be able to help improve patient outcomes by working with your clinical and research colleagues in developing new and more effective models of care. As potential academicians, you will be able to develop curricula that meet the needs of both students and patients at any particular point in time. As researchers and evidence-based practice clinicians, you will be able to identify and implement new theories and treatments that will improve patient outcomes. The skills and the knowledge that you have learned in your program will serve you well as you begin making significant contributions to healthcare in this country. So whether you offer your services to Sigma Theta Tau, or you join a specialty organization such as the American Association of Critical Care Nurses, the American Association of Nurse Practitioners, the National Association of Pediatric Nurse Practitioners, the Public Health Nurses Association, or any other organizations, know that your talents will be wisely spent. Far too often I have seen nurses inducted into national societies and organizations and then disappear from the radar screen. Receiving the honor of being recognized comes with a personal responsibility to remain active and contribute to that organization by providing your leadership skills. I mentioned earlier that scholarship and leadership are pillars that build upon one another. It is because of your scholarship that you will be recognized for your leadership skills. And it is those leadership skills that organizations will be actively seeking. No one can force you to volunteer for anything, but giving back to the community is a part of our heritage and commitment as nursing professionals. You went into nursing because you cared. You cared about helping people, you cared about providing service to your community, and you cared because that is how you were raised and educated. Continue that trajectory of caring and help others who are not as fortunate as yourself. Sigma Theta Tau has many opportunities, as do the other national nursing organizations, for you to give back to the communities from whence you came, or to the new communities that you will enter as you begin to find your way through life. So my challenge to you is this: please, please do not leave here today and simply see this induction as simply another line on your curriculum vitae, but rather see it as an opportunity that you have been recognized for your scholarship and leadership, and understand that you need to share that knowledge and expertise with whatever nursing organization you so choose. My generation is tired and anticipating retirement, so it is time to pass the responsibility of leading the profession to your generation. It won't be easy, because if it were easy, you wouldn't be here today being recognized for your scholarship and leadership, but it is fulfilling. Those of us who have been at the helm are now ready for a change of command, but we won't leave until we have suitable replacements to fill our shoes. Those replacements are you. Thank you for all you have done, and thank you for all that you will do in the future. The future of nursing rests in your hands. My best to you as you begin your new journey as members and contributors to Sigma Theta Tau. Thank you.
I say thank you to Dr. Miller, but I will say, if you're picking an organization, please pick Sigma Theta Tau. I heard that recruitment going on there for other things. And we talked at the lunch about that. We said, you know, Sigma should be one of those that carries you through wherever you go. You can always be a member of Sigma. Your big umbrella organization, maybe American Nurses Association, and then you pick your specialty organization. So there's really 3 top ones you should be involved in right there. So I'm not letting you get away with that one. So I was going to talk to you just a little bit about what does this mean for you in terms of your membership. And at the lunch we talked a little bit about, you know, getting involved in organizations. Sometimes it feels like a hard nut to crack. You're standing on the outside of this big organization and they say, we want you to be involved, but then you're like, how do I get involved? And so there are ways with Kappa as well as with the Big Sigma to get involved. And one of those is going onto their website to the BI profile and just going through. They have opportunities there that you can just click and say, I'd be interested in knowing more about that at the regional level, the national level, or even the chapter level. And chapters are probably the easiest place to start. You met all of our committee chairs here. We are a combination of faculty, alumni, and current students. So it doesn't mean you have to wait till you graduate to get involved. And we'd love to have you doing some things before you graduate and get out of here, because you're going to get busy over the summer, right? NCLEX, getting the new job. So now's the chance to get involved before you get out there. So we wanted to involve you in the chapter and be with you as you first start the journey. And how do you do that. And so I want you to frame, just as Dr. Miller said, look at induction as kind of a beginning, but not the end, not something you're going to wear the cords for at graduation and then put aside, but something that's going to carry through with you. You're going to get the journals, you're going to get communication from Big Sigma, you're going to get communication from us as the chapter. So there are different levels of membership. And, you know, as we talked at the lunch as well, you know, it's been one of those things for me. I've been involved in chapters, and just recently I took the next step to become involved regionally as the regional coordinator. So now I'm getting to meet people in 37 chapters in our region, so hopefully you'll see some things going on that you'll also be invited to in our region. So it's now time to receive you into membership. You've been sitting there very patiently, right? So when are we going to get to it? So here we are. So would you please rise, and we're going to do the oath. So at this time, I would like for you to please accept the privilege and responsibility of membership in the Honor Society of Nursing, Sigma Theta Tau International Honor Society of Nursing, by standing and reading from the screen in unison. I accept
membership in Sigma Theta Tau International, and I pledge to fulfill its commitment to nursing excellence, knowledge, service, and leadership throughout my career.
Great, thank you. Would you guys start to come across? So please come forward as your name is called, and we're going to ask you to receive your certificate and then your cords, and then sign the membership book, please. If Dean McMullen can help me with the cords, and we've got a group that's going to help with the book.
All right, foremost, let me apologize if I mispronounce any of your names, but I hope you'll get them all right. So yes, as I call your name, please step forward and receive your certificate and your cord and give us your signature in the membership book. So to start off, we have 2 graduate students that we are inducting, and they are members, they are students in our Master of Science program. We start with Megan Stark. Kelly Sullivan. And now we'll start with our undergraduate students in our Bachelor of Science Nursing program. Emily Brown. Kayleen Christina. Allison Dillard. Taylor Dodds. Christina Fow. Alexandra Hansen. Colleen Hay. Laura Keene. Olivia Leperacci. Megan Okerson. Karen Payachek. And Shannon Silsby. So let's give all our honorees a So now that you've worked and have been welcomed into this organization, the opportunities to grow, develop, and contribute abound. So there are now 4 keys that the Honor Society can be meaningful and valuable to you. It's through honor, community, service, and solutions. And I don't think I could have said it better, as Dr. Miller so eloquently articulated, you are now a member of a very distinguished society. And I think you should recognize that, particularly the students. It's only a handful of students that were inducted. The standards are high. And so you need to recognize yourself for the accomplishments. As Dr. Miller said, now you have a personal responsibility to contribute. And Dr. Agazio spoke a little bit about how you specifically can do that. And so I'm going to expand on that just very briefly. How are the 4 different ways? One is honor. And you're doing that today, and we're doing that in this room with your nursing colleagues, your family, your friends, as we celebrate your achievements and your commitments to excellence. We are recognizing your academic achievement. This is something you should be very proud of. It's a very high standard to achieve, and make sure you put that on your CV as well. Community. You're going to experience nursing through relationships with colleagues around the world. You've done that already here in nursing school. You've developed a relationship with your peers. You've developed friendships. As you graduate, you'll develop new relationships. You'll start your first jobs. Some of you are local, others will go back to your home areas and start your first positions in hospitals, clinics, or whatever it may be in healthcare organizations. Again, you will develop relationships and build those within the units you're working on, the clinics and the facilities. But this organization allows you to expand upon those relationships. 1, you are now a member of a chapter, the Kappa chapter. You are a member of the organization, Sigma Theta Tau. So I challenge you to expand those relationships, become involved in the chapter and the organization. Service. Balance your professional pursuits through Honor Society activities and opportunities through community service. As you go on site onto the website, you'll see several things that Sigma Theta Tau and the chapters are involved in. Again, our chapter, Kappa, is very active. We are actively involved in numerous academic endeavors. We provide academic opportunities, and we're also involved in charitable work. I'm sure many of the new nursing students are familiar with the Foot Clinic that we sponsor. Knowledge solutions. Discover many different ways your membership experience can enhance your professional growth through research products and the Virginia Henderson International Nursing Library. I know that your priority right now is the NCLEX and passing that. But after that, and you get onto your units, you get familiar with your clinical work and your job, you'll start thinking about what's next. You know, do I want to certify in a specialty? Do I want to move on in terms of my education to get a graduate degree? Again, this organization, the chapter and Sigma Theta Tau, has excellent resources for you. So as a member, you are now a member of a worldwide community of nurses that can help you keep in touch with the reasons that you became a nurse. Membership is more than recognition for your academic, your professional success. As Dr. Miller said, it's just the beginning, it's not the end. It's the beginning of your personal responsibility to your commitment to the profession. As you reflect on your induction, please take a moment in the near future to use your membership brochure to help you design your professional advancement. And finally, just again, congratulations. The foundation of your Honor Society membership is a combination, as I said, of honor, community service, and knowledge. Your pursuit in nursing excellence in your undergraduate degree has earned you this honor and opportunity to build your career and your membership experience throughout your lifetime. So think of where this journey will take you. This is just the beginning. We congratulate you again on your induction. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending, and please join us for a reception. We have a lot of beverages and food in the back, and you're welcome to take photos. But as a final, let's give a final applause to our inductees. So please, everyone.